Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel T-Spot. In this video, we'll be discussing a shocking report by Deadline claiming that Yellowstone may be coming to an end with its Season 5 finale. There's a lot of stuff to unpack and break down here, but firstly I should say that we have to take all of this information with a pinch of salt. Deadline is usually pretty reliable when it comes to their reporting, especially with their news on Paramount shows, but we all know how this industry works. Some of this information could have been leaked by executives looking to gain the upper hand in negotiations, and they may have exaggerated the extent of the problem to this journalist. That said, in my personal opinion, this article passes the smell test. So what does it say exactly? Well, the main problem seems to be Kevin Costner's busy schedule. He announced a while ago that he would write, direct and star in his own Western saga, a multi-part film series titled Horizon. And with that project at the back of his mind, Costa apparently wanted to shoot for 50 days for the first part of Season 5, instead of the 65 days the production team had originally planned. So what you might be saying, that is a reasonable adjustment, and it's certainly something you can look past for a massive name like Costner. Right? That might be true, but Costner reportedly wants to spend only 1 week on set for the second part of Season 5, which consists of 6 episodes. That is just impossible to accommodate without a major reshuffling, which is what Taylor Sheridan and Paramount are planning to do. According to this article, they feel more confident about being able to leave Yellowstone behind now. And the reason for that is simple spin-offs like 1883 and 1923 have been wildly successful. And so Yellowstone might be coming to an end with the Season 5 finale, with Costner's John Dutton character getting a conclusion. However, this would not be the end for most of the other characters on the show, as they would branch off to a new present-day series headlined by Matthew McConaughey. It sounds like this wasn't the ending Sheridan had in mind for Yellowstone, and the only major departure from the universe would be John Dutton's. If it comes to that, Deadline got an on-the-record response from a Paramount spokesperson. Quote, "We have no news to report. Kevin Costner is a big part of Yellowstone, and we hope that's the case for a long time to come. Thanks to the brilliant mind of Taylor Sheridan, we are always working on franchise expansions of this incredible world he's built. Matthew McConaughey is a phenomenal talent with whom we'd love to partner, and quote, this is definitely one of those we can neither confirm nor deny statements. They keep their options open without revealing anything, but they don't say that Costner will be there until Sheridan is ready to end the show. They say they hope Costner will be working with them for a while. So to me, that kind of confirms that there's something going on behind the scenes and that Matthew McConaughey, quote, is really interesting too. They say they'd love to partner with him, and it sounds like McConaughey will get his own series in this universe, whether Costner stays or leaves. The article also claims that these aren't just talks and that there are solid negotiations taking place and plans being hatched. And now I'd like to point something out that the article doesn't mention. Yellowstone's streaming rights in the U.S. belong to Peacock, which is NBC Universal's platform. They made this deal back when the show first began. I think back then, Paramount's platform was called CBS All Access. Or maybe they didn't have a platform at all, I can't remember. So Paramount was constantly signing streaming deals with other platforms for their show's streaming rights. They were handing them off, and Yellowstone is the one that got away in terms of streaming. This is their flagship show, but they can't even stream that on their own platform. But if this new spin-off comes to life, led by a new star, they can put their flagship show on their own streaming platform, Paramount. Plus, losing customers would truly hurt this new show's viewership figures, especially when compared to Yellowstone. But I don't think it would have a massive problem attracting viewers. People would still tune in to watch Rip, Beth, and Casey, and I have no doubt that McConaughey would kill it in this universe with a well-written character. The show's ad revenue on the Paramount network might drop. But maybe that's a price they're willing to pay. Or they have to pay, to be more precise. Because of Costner's on set for only a week, they have no choice but to end Yellowstone, and even though I've been enjoying this season more than the previous 2, I have to say that it makes sense to conclude the John Dutton story soon, because his relationship with his son Jamie has finally came to a head. Not resolving this conflict and going around in circles, which is what the show has been doing, isn't ideal either. So Costner's unavailability might be a blessing in disguise. So when I look at this financially for Paramount, and from a dramatic point of view for Sheridan, it kind of makes sense. And sure, it's not ideal. I love watching Costner in this role, and I'm sure that Sheridan is disappointed if these rumors are indeed true. But it's certainly not the end of the world for the Yellowstone franchise. I'm also hoping that this John Dutton-shaped hole on our TV schedule is filled by a prequel series starring Josh Lucas as the young John Dutton. Lucas has appeared in some flashbacks on Yellowstone as the young John, and he's been doing an incredible job. Actually, I saw an article recently with Lucas in which he said that he would be ready for a project like this if Sharon ever did it. So I hope that this actually materializes whether or not Costner leaves. Talking of prequels, I somehow missed this. Back in October, 2022 Deadline leaked some news about 2 other Yellowstone prequels, one taking place and the another one in the 60s, so those are in the works. The second season of 1923 has recently been confirmed too, so I'm happy about all of those because I'd like these prequels more than the recent seasons of Yellowstone, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on all of this. Do you believe the report? And if so, what do you think about these developments? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.